Hello, world! And it's me, it's Eire with Saturn's Edge, and you're watching, well, the 20 subscriber special, the 500 view special. We're playing a game from my childhood and everyone's childhoods. We're playing Minecraft. That's right. I wanted to do something special and a bit more sentimental. And this is the start of that. Minecraft to me, you know, it holds a place in pretty much everyone's heart, especially if you were growing up as a kid. You know, if you were growing up as a kid, and, well, I mean, you made it to 2011, 2012, you probably played this game. And YouTube, YouTube really picked up, you know, because of Let's Players, but then there was the Minecraft wave. And it was such a big thing to happen. I remember watching YouTubers like that were just doing Minecraft. This game holds a place that I just can't describe, you know? It's not a game I think about 24/7. It's not a game that's like, you know, what I would consider the best game ever, right? But it's a game that stands out to me because it made up a good part of my childhood, and it really just, it clicked for me, you know? I'd have to say that, like, it just made me happy as a kid. You know, just playing something so simple like this. And so, what I'm doing for this episode is just doing a little bit of survival, you know? A little bit of survival, first couple nights. I mean, what could go wrong? It's just Minecraft. I wanted to make this episode so special for me that, I mean, well, special for you as well. I mean, I think you'll see it here in just a second. I actually made my own skin. I mean, you can tell by the hand, but I made my own skin specifically for this, like, episode, for this video. Because, I don't know, I felt like it was a nice little thing. There's just something so peaceful and lovely about this game that really makes me just enjoy it whenever it's having its calm moments, especially right at the start. I think the start, the very beginning of the game, this, where you're just hitting trees, you're just walking around and exploring, it's the best part of the game. It's the very start of the game. I don't know why it's the best, but it's because the world's open to you, and you can just see it all around you. I was never good at, like, any part of Minecraft. In fact, I'm probably a terrible Minecraft player in general. I just play this game casually, you know? I don't take it seriously, I don't commit to a world long term. I just play. You know, I start a new world, I play that. I just stop playing, I come back, I start a new world, I start playing again. I'm not great at combat, I'm not going to minigame servers anymore. I really don't care too much about the multiplayer in this game, honestly. Because part of the appeal of Minecraft to me was the sense of loneliness. You're all alone in this world. I really went into detail with this skin. I did the little hair folds, the hoodie, the stripes and everything. I really liked making this skin, actually. Yeah, I made it in 2 layers, like a lot of the more complex skins. I didn't want to make one of those, like, dumb blob skins. I'm not a fan of those. I'm more of a fan of the complex, or like the mix of simple and complex at the same time. I just like making something fresh. But yeah, I didn't really care too much about, like, the multiplayer in this game, or the, you know, the servers, all that junk. I just liked making my own world and just messing around for a little bit. I just liked not taking it seriously at all, just kind of chilling out and doing whatever. So much so is that I usually only play on peaceful, because I don't really have a need for fighting. I just don't feel it. I don't know. The game brings back a time for me that was, well, it's a time that hurt, but it was also a time that I really liked. Around this time, when I was a kid, I kind of needed a distraction from what was going on around me, you know? Life wasn't perfect at home. I'll say that. But I mean, this game was right there on the family computer, and it was a game I actually enjoyed playing. It was a nice little break away from everything. I didn't really have to do much thinking. I just played the game. I played it in creative because I was kind of scared of everything as a kid. But then, over time, I started playing more survival because this is the game. This is how I think it should be played. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying creative's wrong, it's just Minecraft to me has always been a survival game. A game where you're completely alone. It's also why I have a lot of different hot takes when it comes to this game. A lot of different opinions. For example, like, mods in Minecraft are just amazing. They really are. But the cave dweller mods, all those dweller and horror mods and all that, it really takes away what I think is like the true horror of Minecraft. The true part that makes it kind of scary, And you have to really think about it, like, not, like, long and in-depth, but, like, you have to really be left alone for so long to actually, like, think about it this way. The main part of what makes Minecraft scary to me is that you're all alone. You can do basically anything, right? You can go, mine blocks, pick up stuff, fight mobs, you can do whatever, right? But at the end of the day, you're all alone here. There's nobody helping you, unless you manage to tame a few pets. There's nobody there, like, calling you out. There's just nothing. It's just all, I don't know, silent. That's the correct word I can come up with here. It's all quiet, Even if the music's in the background, like, kind of being loud from time to time, that doesn't matter. It's just still present, There's still no one there. That's the part I like about Minecraft. The true horror of it is the isolation. The fact that you're in a place away from everywhere. Away from, like, real people. You've got all these, like, different AI and mobs and all this different stuff, and yet there's no one there. I think a good Realm server is great because the multiplayer experience is just fun. But equally enough, single player is probably some of the more relaxing times. You just play. That's it. You just play the game alone. And I love that. It's something just so nice to me, I guess. And originally, Minecraft didn't have a multiplayer. And originally, I didn't have, I didn't know a friend that played Minecraft on, like, at a multiplayer server. And back then, it was kind of confusing to get into servers, I'll admit that. I'll admit, like, Bedrock and Java and, like, these different versions, they do a lot of things. I play Java for this. I think you can tell. But when it came to Java back then, and whenever I was a kid, I didn't know how to get into those servers. I didn't know how to mod my game. I was playing alone, and that was it. But then, I met David, 5th grade, okay? Childhood friends. And, I mean, he had Minecraft too. And we were actually able to play together on an online server. And it was a really nice time. We got it for consoles, we got it on PC. I mean, we just enjoyed the game. We loved it. And everyone around that time was starting to really experience Minecraft and get to play it. If you were a nerdy kid, you definitely picked this game up. You definitely had it bought for you because it was considered a safe game. And for the first time as a kid, that's when I started seeing communities. Like, actual gaming communities. They weren't so hidden anymore. They were right there. You just had to search for them. And I liked that. It's a part it's a part of my life that I really enjoy. I like interacting with communities. Not interacting with like fan bases and the way things like work there. But I like seeing the communities, especially ones that are just so nice to be around. Just interact, you know? Just like watching a TV show or something. And it's nice to see people discover and share what they love. It's why I encourage this, it's why I try to encourage a community where, you know, you can be open about your opinions, open about your, like, nerdy or geeky interests. You can be open about anything, pretty much. As long as it's, tame, so to speak. I encourage it because it's good. And as a kid, finally discovering something like that, I mean, it changed my life. I then played, let's see, after playing Minecraft on PC, I had moved to a new house in the same town. And I wasn't on my dad's, on my family computer, on the family computer, I should say, as much anymore, because it then became, you know, my dad's computer for work, you know, as we were working our way up. So I eventually stopped playing entirely. But then there were a couple moments where I went back to it, and I still had a good time. And, you know, YouTube had Minecraft videos. I was able to actually watch people play. You know, parkour maps. They were able to play with their friends. They were able to do whatever. And it was beautiful. I'll admit that, you know, most of those creators didn't turn up to be the people I thought they were. You know, that's just a part of life now, I guess. But there were so many good figures in the Minecraft community, and there were so many good, like, videos being put out. And at the time, well, those people were actually decent. Whenever it was, you know, the prime time, the heyday of Minecraft, you know? After that, whenever I got, you know, bored of Minecraft videos, but my parents had got me a Wii U. And I played with that Wii U, like, a lot of the time, right? But then they finally released Minecraft on Wii U. And my dad bought it for me. And that was the most fun I've had in Minecraft in my whole life, you know? The game wasn't, like, alive, you know? It didn't have, like, active much of anything, really. It was kind of dwindling at the time, you know? It was right before the Aquatic update. It was, like, way before that, actually. So it wasn't as popular. But something that was really cool whenever I was playing that Wii U edition was being able to join, like, servers of people I became friends with, like, through Miiverse. And through the Nintendo's, like, friend list and such. I actually managed to make a good group of friends there on the Minecraft Wii U edition. I managed to make a great group of friends. And that summer that I was playing, it was some of the most fun I've ever had playing this game in my whole life. It was crazy. The very lowest point of the game, the point of the game when it wasn't getting many updates, when it was trading off who owned the game, when it was not as active as it used to be, surprisingly, was some of the most fun I've ever had. And then, well, eventually, the Switch came out, and people started leaving the Wii U. People started leaving the Wii U, Minecraft as well. Because, guess what? Now it's on Switch. And so, I was kind of left behind on Wii U for, about 6 months. And because of that, I stopped playing Minecraft because there was no one to play it with. Kind of upsetting, kind of a sad ending, but, well, that happens. It's just the way that life went. Something you'll know about me when it comes to personality, I guess, when it comes to playing Minecraft, I still have fear, you know? I'm not confident in any of my abilities when I'm playing this game, because I feel weak. And the spiders, to me, as a kid, were terrifying. I mean, they're huge, they're ugly looking, they're genuinely, like, the angry expression, the noises they make, it scared me. And so, out of every mob in this game, it's the spiders that terrify me the most. And you'll notice that one of my behaviors is that if I see one and I have to fight one, I go into third person, because I don't want to look them directly in the eyes, you know? You'd think, like, out of all the mobs to, like, be afraid of, right? The Creeper, the Enderman, the hordes of zombies, right? The Warden, right? It's the spiders. The simplest, almost the dumbest of any Minecraft mob possible. Had to be them. Kind of weird, right? After I played on Wii U and eventually got my Switch, and eventually Minecraft came out on Switch, and then eventually, well, I mean, you know, I got it. I started getting back into Minecraft again, and it was right after the Nether update. And that was fun too, but I was playing alone. But, I mean, I wasn't entirely alone, I think. I had my dad as kind of just an audience watching the game. That was kind of fun. It really was. I thought it was fun, at least, you know, having him watch the game, and I think it was fun for him too, because he couldn't exactly grasp, like, you know, the controls all the way. He wasn't great at... He isn't great at video games, I'll admit that. But it was nice having him watch, and it brings back that sort of memory too. You could see my fear still kicks in, because that turtle did not deserve to be hit. Ah, man. I love this game, not because of what it's going to do, not because of, like, the future of it, right? Not because it's, like, getting all these, like, cool updates and such, right? And not because it's, like, a franchise that I grew up with. No, honestly, I don't like this game for being a childhood game. I like this game because it's simple. It manages to turn me into someone a lot simpler than I really am. It dumbs me down for me, you know? It doesn't have to, you know, make things complex for me or make me really think about things. It just says, hey, you're alone, and you're kind of weak without this stuff. Go ahead and make something. And then, with that simplicity, I really lock in and play the game. I just play it for what it is. This game is better at being simple than it is being complex. Don't get me wrong, I love all the updates. I love the fact that they're adding more consistently, even if it's not all that much even if it's not all that much across the updates, right? Like, sure, you have your big, like, Nether revamp, your ocean revamp, you have your caves and cliffs, right? But then you also have, like, the bee update, or the colors update, or, you know, all these smaller things. When it comes to them updating the game, I don't mind if it's big or small. I just want them to keep it simple. Because that's the one thing Minecraft manages to do right. Being simplistic. And it's the one part about the game I really get to enjoy and appreciate. There's no, like, you know, profound statement it tries to make. There's no anything it tries to make. It's simple. It's straightforward. It's just the game. And then, once you understand the simplicities, right, you really get to work with them. You understand the simplicities like, oh yeah, you know, I understand how to build and craft and like, make all these cool things, right? You get to be more complex, you know? You get to do your own survival challenges. You get to, you know, craft some of the most complex things ever, you know, by obtaining some of the hardest to get, like, stuff. And then you get to build cool things. You know, you collect all that material together, you build something amazing. You can build a simple house that looks detailed. You could build a pyramid. You could build a statue, you can build pixel art, you know? Nothing stops you. The game is simple and it doesn't lock you in, saying that you have to do something or that you know, you need to think about something. It just does. It tells you, like, the start of the game. It doesn't say anything. I'm just going in circles. I'm really just going in circles on this one. I'm sorry. My history with this game is a thing I hold close to my heart, I guess. But I think it's better to say that I just like this game for what it is. You could see at this moment I have no survival instincts. Ah, that's pretty funny. One of the things that just works about this game, to me anyway, is that you just kind of explore around, you walk around, you know? I like making a house, I like settling down, all that stuff, right? But walking around during this first part of the game is like one of the most enjoyable parts of the game for me. I walk around, you know, I explore, occasionally I'm messed with, but along the way I have to make things in order to make it easier on myself, right? But the part that sticks to me is just the walking around part, the exploring. It's kind of just human nature to want to move somewhere, you know, to travel. And this game actually manages to really fill that for me in a kind of weird way. I can go to a forest, I can go to a desert, I can go to the jungle, I can go to, you know, the ice caps. I can go deep down into a cave with a mine shaft. I can go basically anywhere. The game just is good at being simple, and it's good at letting you explore. I feel like some games just can't hit that level like Minecraft can, you know? They somehow find a way to mess it up even a little. And it's kind of sad. But it also means that those games get to stand out for their unique reasons, rather than just copying straight off of Minecraft. I mean, Terraria is just amazing, you know? It's really an amazing game. I love it. Don't Starve Together, another amazing survival game, especially one built for multiplayer. Subnautica, I mean, there you go, that's a survival game. Also just as great. And really plays into what makes it, like, good. I guess one of my problems when it came to, I guess recent, like, stuff about this game, you know? Minecraft as a whole is easy to make content for. It's easy to make it, like, aimed at kids, because that's what Minecraft is. It's just kind of a, kind of a kid-friendly game. There's nothing provocative about it. As I mentioned before, it's a safe game, you know? But some of my problems come from the fact that, like, maybe that's all people think kids really like. It's just, oh yeah, kids like Minecraft. We'll just make a ton of that, right? I don't know. I feel like kids should be more complex than that. And then you have the examples of, like, creators, like content creators who, made Minecraft content during this massive trend. They did they did the good thing. They did the thing that they were doing. But then, like, there's a lot of different things that happened with those creators. I mean, there's fame, there's how fame affected them, there's, like, a lot of real-life stuff. Some of the people that came out perfectly in the end, I mean, it's surprising, but not many people did. But that's a personal thing, and it shouldn't tie itself to Minecraft, and it shouldn't have ties to Minecraft, you know? And then, I mean, you have the company, you have Mojang, making this game, updating it, like, somewhat frequently at least, right? That's nice, but the updates feel kind of strange, I have to get used to everything again. What makes the updates weird is that, like, what they add seems like it'd be simple, but then it's just really complex, and it kind of, I don't know, it kind of weirdly affects what makes the game perfect in the first place, And then, like, you have Minecraft Legends and Minecraft Dungeons and Minecraft Earth, and then you have the Minecon that happens, like, every year, I hope. And then you have the Minecraft movie that's coming out. An example, like, making this game into a franchise, honestly, it could have been, like, really successful. Like, an actual, genuine franchise, okay? And by genuine franchise, I mean there's multiple, like, things for it, I'm gonna briefly run through the whole lineup. Minecraft Dungeons was easily one of the best games to ever, like, exist. Okay? Not exist. What am I saying? When it comes to getting Minecraft right, okay, it's difficult. But Minecraft Dungeons managed to do something that I don't think a lot of people really... How do I explain it? Minecraft Dungeons is underrated for what it is. I think it's great. I think it's a really, really good game. Honestly, I really enjoy Minecraft Dungeons. I think it's just an absolutely great game. And even if the support for it is dead right now, even if it's not getting updates or anything, it's still good. You could play it with friends, You could play it with friends, you could play it on your own. It's a genuinely enjoyable, like, exploration, like, what's the game I'm thinking of? Diablo-like game, right? I like it. It's not perfect, but it's close. Minecraft Legends, I have not interacted with at all, and the same with Minecraft Earth. But Legends died pretty much as quickly as it appeared. And Minecraft Earth was a mobile app that I did not interact with at all because I didn't even know it existed. Which is really a shame. They could have done a little bit more marketing for that. I probably would have downloaded it, maybe. I don't know. But then you have the movie that's coming out. And I'm sorry to say it, but, it's a recent topic, and a lot of people are talking about it, but I guess I'll talk about it now too. I don't want to watch this movie. I really don't. Am I going to go see it? Maybe. I don't think there's a single way that it's actually going to work. I don't want to see this movie because I feel like it's just... Simply put, it's just bad. It really is. It's just bad. I am not a fan of the look of the movie. I'm not a fan of the casting. I'm not a fan of really anything in it. Like, I can't hate Jack Black, but, like, please don't mess this up, please. And it really sucks, too, because, like, video game movies are kind of a weird 50-50 shot. And I felt like if Minecraft was done correctly, it could have been an absolutely amazing movie. And so it just doesn't work the way that I think it should. There's a lot of problems I find with it. You know, I mentioned the casting, right? I don't think the casting should just be big names. I really don't think it should just be big names. Okay? Honestly, I feel like it'd be better if they went with a different approach. They tried a new actor, or one that at least kind of looks like Steve, you know? Or could at least act like a characterization of something that doesn't have a character. Like, you know, just try. You know, I know it's up to interpretation, but when I think of, you know, Steve from Minecraft, you know, the original skin, I don't think of Jack Black, and I don't think I'm ever going to think of it as the other way around. There's that. There's the potential plot for the movie, which a lot of people have just suspected, yeah, this is just going to be Jumanji. They're just going to do Jumanji again, you know? It's not a boring concept, but for Minecraft, like, why? Why that? And then just a problem I have, why are you making, like, what would be the antagonists, I guess? The piglins. I know that they were in Minecraft Legends, but that was really kind of underwhelming. Like, why isn't it the pillagers? Why isn't there just no villain, you know? Like, there's no antagonist. It's just enemies, you know? In Minecraft, there is no antagonist. There's no one, like, actually being a problem for you. It's just you. So, why create an antagonist that just isn't there? Dungeons did it better, surprisingly. It's also just... I mean, the whole look of the movie is just wrong. It's so wrong. Why would you fill everything with CGI? Why'd you fill everything with CGI and try to make some of it live action? When not only is this Warner Brothers with an actually, like, pretty solid animation division, but also, like, Minecraft has a unique style. The blocky stuff, you know? Just all the looks of the blocks and things. But you've seen the trailers for these updates, right? The animations are just perfect. They're so lifelike and just so fun and creative and colorful. And then you actively, with this movie, it actively just shits on it. It makes it feel bad. It makes you want to go back to those update trailers. It makes you want to ask for that. Because you know that's going to be better. It's especially worse whenever you consider, like, oh yeah, the look of the sheep and the llama were terrible. And then you look at the update trailers, and they're just infinitely better. Those short, like, 1-minute trailers did a better job at characterizing... not only characterizing Minecraft, but making a style that's recognizable. This movie isn't gonna be able to do it. It's not going to pull it off. And that makes me sad. Imagine the thing you grew up with, right? It finally gets its shot, like, on the big screen. It finally gets a shot, like, from, like, probably the biggest company around, right? In terms of, like, film. One of the biggest. And then they just bastardize it. They just completely decimate it. Without realizing what they did. I honestly hope that nobody sees this movie. For everyone's sake. We already knew that Borderlands failed, and we all know it's okay to just not watch a movie, you know? Especially if it looks terrible. And especially if it is terrible. So, I kinda hope the same lesson applies here. I hope that adults don't go take their kids to see this movie. Just because, oh, I think it's good for kids. I don't want that to be the excuse for, you know, the reason why someone had to go to this movie. Even if they delay this movie, even if it takes, like, years, like, actually years, to completely scrap this movie and then just remake it again, even if it costs more money, if you can manage to bring it back to the thing that, like, everyone loves, that'd be good. And I don't care how long we'd have to wait for that. Because that's just infinitely better than what we're getting. And then, you know, there's also the simple fact here, right? Think about this movie and the way it looks, right? Then apply one simple thought. Hey, Eire's afraid of the spiders. Like the actual Minecraft spiders. Right? I know I treat it as like a heavy thing when really it's just kind of a running joke. And yes, the fear is present. But like, let's think about this. Let's take a look. This entire look of the movie, this entire appearance, right? Imagine what it's going to do to the Minecraft spider, right? Something that I take to be genuinely scary, right? For no reason, for no apparent reason other than, like, childhood, like, connection and trauma, right? I shouldn't say trauma, that's kind of a heavy word. Childhood fear, like it's a rooted instinct. Imagine what the movie is going to do to it, especially when you've seen the creepers, the piglins, the llamas, the sheep, right? Especially when you've seen all of those. Imagine what it's going to do to the one thing that actually scares me. That would be fucked up. I don't want to see this movie for a lot of the reasons I listed earlier. But that's honestly one of the biggest ones. Because they're somehow going to fuck up the spider in a way that makes it either scarier or lose the entire effect of what the spider is. And that sucks. There's one thing I respect the spider's design for being. Simplistic, big, genuinely menacing. Right? It's just a Minecraft spider. It shouldn't do those things, but it does. I've talked to people, and they agree on this shit. They actually agree that, like, yeah, the spider is, like, weirdly detailed. And, like, has a weird sort of, you know, it's just a weird, I don't know, behavior about it that makes it scary. This movie is either going to mess it up by making it scarier or mess it up by making it, like, I don't know, not that. It's such a weird thing for me to bring up and talk about, especially when it's just like, hey, you know, you're talking seriously about the movie. Now you're on, like, what it could do to the spider, right? Not what it will, what it could. You think that's crazy of me? Like, that's gotta be crazy, right? I have a genuine thing that if I go see this movie, right? and I'm with friends, and I see the spider on screen, I'm just gonna scream in the theaters. I don't care if I'm a disturbance. I'm terrified of the damn thing, you know? And this isn't like an arachnophobia in real life situation. This is a like a deeply rooted childhood instinct, okay? So to me, you know, when they're already bastardizing the movie, they're bastardizing like the IP, right? Why would I go see it, you know, for any reason? Why would I go see it for any of the reasons I listed? And then on top of that, why would I go see it if they're potentially just going to make something even worse for me? You could just see me doing this forever for this horse. So I'm just like, I want to get on. I don't have a saddle because I'm stupid. But yeah. I hope that this video actually gives you, like, a bit more of a, clear look. With my connection and my appreciation for what Minecraft is and what it does, but also why, like... Oh yeah, none of these villagers have jobs. That's insane. Anyway, I hope it gives you, like, a look at, like, my appreciation, my admiration for, my respect for what Minecraft does and it's able to be. But I also want you to look at this video and see, hey, I can recognize now, like, I've been able to recognize it for a while, but I can recognize now that, like, damn, like, he's got a point. We already know the movie isn't going to be great. It might just suck entirely. It might just completely bomb. But I want the reasons I brought up to be kind of like a key focus in a way. Kind of just a big deal. I've been Eire with Saturn's Edge. I hope you like and subscribe. But, I'll see y'all later, okay? Bye.